Some women enter a room before anyone notices what they are wearing. Their appeal begins with composure, continues through thoughtful choices, and lingers because nothing feels forced. Today, Victoria Luxe Diary takes a different route into elegance. I'm Victoria, and together we're looking beyond obvious glamour toward style that feels assured, feminine, considered, and entirely at home on the woman wearing it. Imagine an outfit where every decision has a purpose, yet none of those decisions demands applause. Perhaps the line of a jacket is beautifully clean, the fabric catches light softly, or a muted shade brings warmth to the complexion. These details may seem small individually, but together they create visual harmony. Sophistication often works quietly, allowing the complete impression to become more memorable than any single statement piece. Rather than beginning with trends, begin with the feeling you want your appearance to create. Picture yourself moving through an afternoon with nothing to adjust, hide, or second-guess. That sense of freedom changes everything. Clothes become companions instead of costumes, and styling becomes less about performing for observers and more about creating an appearance that feels comfortable, intentional, and distinctly yours. The foundation is rarely complicated. Good proportions, dependable materials, thoughtful coordination, and personal preference can turn familiar pieces into something remarkable. A plain blouse can look elevated beside well-cut trousers. A simple dress can feel memorable when its length and shape are exactly right. Elegance is often the result of several quiet choices agreeing with one another. Consider silhouette before decoration. A garment with a graceful outline already has visual authority. Perhaps a softly tailored coat creates length, or a flowing skirt adds movement without excess. The important question is not whether clothing attracts attention, but whether its shape creates balance. When proportions flatter the wearer, embellishment becomes optional rather than necessary. Texture brings another dimension. Imagine cashmere beside smooth leather, airy cotton paired with polished satin, or a supple knit beneath a structured blazer. Contrast can make an outfit feel richer without making it louder. Soft surfaces communicate ease. Firmer fabrics introduce definition. The most convincing combinations allow both qualities to coexist, giving the appearance dimension while preserving comfort. Then comes color, where restraint can become surprisingly expressive. A wardrobe built around ivory, charcoal, camel, navy, chocolate, or dusty rose can feel extraordinarily sophisticated when shades are coordinated carefully. A vivid color has its place, but luxury does not depend upon being the brightest presence nearby. Sometimes, a restrained palette creates the atmosphere of a beautifully arranged interior, calm, intentional, and inviting. Accessories should complete the composition rather than interrupt it. Think of a sculptural watch, a slim belt, polished loafers, or earrings that catch attention only when the wearer moves. Each item can contribute character, but piling on every favorite piece may weaken the effect. Select accessories as though you were editing a sentence, remove what distracts, keep what strengthens the meaning, and let the strongest detail remain clear. Restraint, however, should never be confused with dullness. A quiet outfit can still possess personality. Perhaps there is an unexpected cuff, an unusual pair of frames, a vintage-inspired brooch, or a shade that reflects the wearer's favorite memory. The point is not to erase individuality. It is to give individuality enough space to be noticed, without being buried beneath decoration. Personal style becomes especially powerful when fashion stops making every decision for you. New collections can inspire, but inspiration should pass through your own preferences before entering your wardrobe. You might admire a dramatic trend and decide that one element belongs in your life, while leaving the rest behind. That ability to choose selectively is a form of confidence because it places your identity above constant novelty. A luxurious wardrobe should also make daily life easier. Imagine opening your closet on a busy morning and finding pieces that cooperate naturally. A favorite blazer works with several bottoms. A dress changes character when paired with different shoes. A handbag travels easily from daytime appointments to dinner. Practical versatility does not diminish elegance, it allows elegance to become part of ordinary life. Price alone cannot create that experience. Expensive clothing can disappoint when the cut feels wrong, while an affordable piece can become indispensable when it fits beautifully and serves its purpose well. The real luxury is usefulness combined with pleasure. It is the satisfaction of reaching for something repeatedly because it makes you feel polished, comfortable, and ready, rather than because a label promises approval. That shift in perspective can make shopping calmer too. Instead of wondering whether something will impress strangers, ask whether it solves a genuine need. Does the color work with what you already own? Will the fabric remain enjoyable after hours of wear? Can the piece support several occasions? Does it reflect your personality? Questions like these protect a wardrobe from impulse and create room for choices that remain valuable. Style also communicates through movement. The same dress can appear entirely different when its wearer is relaxed rather than self-conscious. A natural stride, an open posture, an easy smile, and comfortable gestures can give clothing its energy. No hemline, handbag, or pair of shoes can substitute for that inner ease. What you feel while wearing something eventually becomes part of how everyone else experiences the look. Perfection is not the destination. In fact, tiny imperfections can make an appearance feel human. A sleeve pushed casually upward, slightly undone hair, or a favorite piece showing signs of frequent use may add warmth. The goal is not to resemble a display mannequin. It is to look like a woman who has chosen her surroundings carefully and then forgotten to worry about them. There is a particular strength in someone who no longer dresses for permission. She may listen to advice, observe fashion, and experiment occasionally, but she does not surrender her judgment. She understands which shapes make her feel graceful, which colors energize her, and which details simply do not belong. That knowledge removes hesitation. Her clothing becomes an extension of self-awareness rather than evidence of insecurity. Quiet confidence rarely announces itself. It can be seen in the decision to wear something simple when others are choosing spectacle. It can appear when a woman repeats an outfit she loves instead of chasing something new. It can live in the patience to wait for the right coat, the right shoes, or the right fabric. These choices suggest certainty without requiring a single dramatic gesture. This is where Victoria Lux's diary finds its heart. We are exploring an idea of fashion that feels intimate rather than intimidating, elegance built from observation, discernment, comfort, and character. Clothing should work with you, not compete with you. The finest styling does not turn the wearer into a supporting character inside her own outfit. Instead, it gives her room to move, speak, laugh, and be remembered. That philosophy naturally leads toward longevity. When a wardrobe is built around reliable silhouettes, pleasing textures, versatile colors, and meaningful accessories, it can adapt as life changes. A skirt can become office-ready with a tailored jacket, relaxed with knitwear, or evening-appropriate with refined jewelry. Good pieces gain possibilities instead of becoming obsolete when a season ends. Timelessness is therefore less about copying a particular classic formula and more about knowing what continues to serve you. Trends will always arrive with fresh shapes, colors, and styling ideas. Enjoy them, experiment when curiosity calls, but keep the pieces that make you feel unmistakably yourself. Personal relevance is what allows a wardrobe to evolve without losing its character. Before your next outfit, pause for a moment. Decide what mood you want to carry. Choose one strong foundation, then build around it with care. Check the proportions, notice the textures, and remove anything that feels unnecessary. Give yourself enough time to move naturally. Most importantly, let your confidence come from recognition rather than approval. This is your taste, your body, your life, and your expression. If this way of seeing fashion speaks to you, like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who appreciates understated elegance. And when you leave here today, take one idea with you. Luxury becomes most convincing when it feels lived in. It is not a performance reserved for special occasions. It can appear in a beautifully chosen coat on an ordinary morning, in a favorite necklace worn for no particular reason, or in the confidence of knowing you need nothing extra to feel complete. That is the kind of elegance worth keeping.